Guys, today we're going to go over the WGU accounting degree. So I'm very familiar with this degree because I actually did a lot of it. So before I finished my degree in computer science, I actually enrolled in the accounting degree first. So why did I enroll in the accounting degree? I found accounting pretty fun, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people find it boring, but I found it pretty fun. And also, if you ever want to start your own business, accounting is something you need. Don't get me wrong, there is software now where, a lot of it is automated and you could probably just run your business downloading the software, but it's good to know what you're actually doing. And to know what you're actually doing, you actually have to learn accounting. You actually have to learn from accounting classes. So I did probably 85% of this degree before I switched to computer science. I got down to like the final 5 courses and I'm like, oh, this major makes a lot more money and I actually have more of a passion for coding. So it's like, I just switched to it. And the reason I didn't finish accounting is because if you do a second bachelor's, you're not going to qualify for some financial aid. And you're also, I finished my bachelor's in computer science at Thomas Edison State University. So they don't allow a second bachelor's. Like if you do a second bachelor's there, you have to pay a lot more money. It's like you have to do a minimum 30 credits at the school. So I didn't want to finish that bachelor's. I was like, you know what, I'm changing my mind. I know I only have 4 to 5 courses left, but computer science I think is a much better career route. So I ended up finishing my computer science degree there, and that was that. But I did do like 85% of the WGU accounting degree, and we'll get into that right now. I will talk about the courses I took and the difficulty level, and I will show you which classes you should transfer in from all these ACE credit websites as well. So let's get into that right now. All right, guys, we're in the accounting spreadsheet here. So you can download this spreadsheet in the description. You can also go to my website, majormash.com. Majormash is a website that has a lot of WGU spreadsheets, which show you which courses will transfer in from sites like study.com, straighterline.com into WGU. And you can basically get WGU down to like 30 credits, and you can probably complete your WGU schooling in 1 semester by transferring in all these credits. So here is the accounting spreadsheet. If you want 30% off study.com, that is right here. You can only get that through special links here. You cannot get it from study.com or ads. So if you want to sign up study.com, there's that link. So here are the courses that you can transfer in. General education, pretty easy courses. I would do all of these on study.com. They're like 2-day courses on study.com. General education is very, very simple and easy there. And I also picked out like some of these courses, you can pick out like multiple classes, which to choose from. And I choose which one's the fastest and easiest. So, for example, right, financial management is much easier in my opinion than Finance 101 at study.com. And this class, right, you can take like 10 different courses to satisfy Introduction to Humanities. But from the reviews, this class is the fastest and it's the easiest. Social science, 1 away. So work smarter, guys, not harder. So English 1 and 102 you want to take at Straighterline, just because if you want a backup plan, a lot of places do not accept study.com's English outside of WGU. So if you have Straighterline's English, that is much more universally accepted. So if you're like, hey, I'm not really feeling WGU, I want to go to a different school, a lot of them will accept Straighterline's English, and you'll have that in your back pocket. I recommend the math courses at Straighterline, the statistics class at Sophia, or just do it at WGU, but if you can do it on Sophia, that'd be great. So yeah, these are all the courses you should be transferring in right here. Straighterline, if you go do accounting 1 and 2, it will transfer in as principles of financial and managerial accounting. So I've heard this class is pretty difficult. I never took it at WGU because I transferred these in. So I heard this class is difficult. So do these outside of WGU so you don't have to worry about this class. So I highly recommend to not do this class at WGU. And let's see here. So you'll have to do, outside of that, you'll have to do all the accounting classes at WGU, and we'll get into that right now. This is a simple 2-day course right here. I completed this one at WGU. Introduction to Spreadsheets. It's a 1-unit course, but it can actually be a little tricky. You're gonna have to pay attention to this one. Go to sites like Reddit and Course Chatter in WGU and just see how people completed this one. This is one that's actually simple if you actually scour the internet and see tips from other people. Also, the PA. The PA is very helpful here because I believe it's the same thing. So if you master the PA, you should be able to take the OA and pass the first try. So introduction to Spreadsheets, a few tips right there. These 2 classes are just PAs. These are 2-day courses, very easy. Same thing with business ethics, 2-day course. As long as you're an average speed writer and you have some decent free time, these are 2 to 3-day courses. So you should be able to complete them fairly easy and simply. Business law for accountants is actually a class I never took. It was one of the final 4 to 5 courses I did not take in this degree. I heard it's fairly difficult though, but it's passable. So just study a lot for this one. Find any tips you can. Like I said, the Facebook groups and Reddit and all of those sources are great because people will tell you tips like how they pass that class. Like, here, do this, study this, look at this YouTube video, things like that. That's the great thing about WGU. There's a lot of people on the internet regarding it. They're online degrees, right? So everybody's online taking these. So the internet has all these WGU students together and they can all give each other tips and all of that. That's one of the great things about online college and one of the great things about WGU. So, you'll find so many tips, so many hints, and you should be able to find what works for you. So value-based leadership, never took that one. So business simulation, pretty simple course. It can get kind of frustrating, but you should be able to pass this one in a few days. If you get frustrated with it, just keep tinkering around with the numbers. Once you get into this class, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's like this project you have to work on, and it's like this flash simulated thing. And then you have your own business. Just tinker around with the numbers over and over. You'll eventually pass the class. It's not that hard. Never took auditing or accounting information systems. I did take financial accounting. This class is pretty intermediate. If you study good enough, research financial accounting on YouTube and other things, you should be able to pass this class on the first try. And this is maybe a 1-week course. I give it 7-8 days. You'll be able to pass this one. Taxation, I did take and I passed this one on the first try. Just make sure you study. If you study a lot and really read pretty good, pay attention to the details. Watch the cohorts on this one. That one really helped me. Watch the cohorts. And taxation, you should be able to pass on your first try. I'd say you should be able to pass that in 5 days or so. And just, guys, if you wonder how you accelerate, is don't be scared to take the class. Don't be scared to take the OA. I'm not saying hey, take it right away and you're going to fail 80% likely. No, that's not what I'm saying. But after a good 3 to 5 days of studying, and you feel even semi-confident, take the OA. That's how you accelerate. And get the PAs done as fast as possible. If you are good at memory retention and you've looked at a lot of resources outside WGU, you've watched the cohorts, you've done all that, you should be able to pass these OAs in a week. Not all of these classes, but a lot of them. So that's how you accelerate. Do not be scared of the OA. You get a second chance. Most course instructors on WGU, they're not going to make you jump through hoops to take a second course, especially a second OA. A second OA if they've already seen that you're an accelerator. Once you have the accelerator track record, you've completed 15 credits in a semester, your second try will not include usually any, no homework, no hey, you have to do this to do a second try to do the OA. No. Once you're an accelerator, the instructor is likely going to give you some leeway. Hey, first try, second try, you get those completely in your pocket. So don't be scared to fail the first because the second one is in your back pocket almost right away. And then even if you fail the second one, you do have a third try as well, and possibly even a fourth try. Those get a little more tricky. The third try, you're going to have to prove to your instructor, you're probably gonna have to wait a couple weeks, maybe even a few weeks. And then the fourth try, you actually have to get approval from like the WGU, like big time heads, you know? So definitely want to pass it in your first 3, preferably your first 2, but do not be scared of the first try. The intermediate accounting stuff, I didn't take these either, but I have heard these are difficult courses, especially this one. I heard this is the hardest course in the entire degree, intermediate accounting 2. Sorry, I got a little choked up here. So accounting 2, like I said, I heard this was the hardest one. I read like a lot of people spent 2 months on this course. So you might spend, like, let's say you graduate in 5 months in this degree. You transfer in a bunch of ACE credits and all that. You might be able to get the degree, like every class in the degree done in like 4 months, and then you spend like a month on this course. So make sure you allot time for this course because it might take you a month. Study hard. This is one where the OA might, you actually might need to be scared a little bit because you need to take a little more time on this one. Master the PA, research on Facebook, Reddit, search for any tips you can, watch videos on YouTube, anything you can do to pass that course. This was the hardest course I took, cost and managerial accounting, very difficult. That one requires a lot of studying. Financial accounting, I actually enjoy and I find it pretty easy, but managerial accounting, it's a little difficult and it's not fun. Like it's not some people find it fun, but I do not. But anyways, guys, I feel like this video's gone on a little long here. These are all the courses you need to transfer into the accounting degree. You can absolutely finish this degree in 1 term if you transfer in all these credits and do 30 credits at and do these credits at WGU. Sorry. So these are all possible in 1 term, definitely 2 terms for sure. So I did about 40 credits in 1 term before I switched to computer science. Like I said, I was only about 5 courses away. I think this one, and I think this one and this one. But so I was 6 courses away. So those were the 6 I had left. But yeah, accounting is great. Like I said, I recommend tech or healthcare, but accounting is an amazing, tool to have in your pocket if you ever want to start a business. Like I said, you can also become a certified public accountant, make some good money, whether you want to work for a big company or you want to work for yourself and have your own clients. So having a CPA is amazing. So it's a very difficult exam to pass though, and a difficult license to get. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck on your accounting degree. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will try my best to reply. Thank you guys. Bye.